No, Hindus are not idol worshippers in the sense implied by the dictionary, which defines idol as a false god, or a form or appearance visible but without substance. A sacred image used in Hindu worship represents a particular manifestation of the ultimate reality of the Brahman. The substance that the sacred image represents is the ultimate reality and none other. Thus, the Hindus' worship of the sacred images of God is neither a false god, nor is it without any substance. How can then image worship be called idol worship in the sense implied by Webster's dictionary? The image itself is not God, but a symbol of God. The Hindus do not worship the image as God, but they worship God through an image. To worship an image as God is idolatry, but to worship God through an image is a valid form of worship. In every religion, God is worshipped in some form. Christians worship the crucifix as a symbol of Christ, and Muslims adore Kaaba in Mecca as the most sacred symbol of God. Other examples are the Adi Granth shrine in the Golden Temple of Amritsar, the Ark and Torah of the Jews, the image of the meditating Buddha, the totems of indigenous faiths, and the artifacts of many holy men of all religions. There are several such allegorical examples, but the bottom line is that in every religion, God is worshipped in some form, and Hinduism admits it openly. It is interesting to note that when sacred images are used in other religions, they are called icons and regarded as holy works of art. But when sacred images are used by the Hindus, they are called idols. In the words of Dr. David Frawley, an American, an icon and viewed with respect. An image of Krishna as the good cowherder, which is called the idoage of the divine. Good over the souls of me's is prejudice dull, which encourages atching look down on the worst or dudas and negative stereotyping to the language of order. But then the question comes, why are there so many images of God? Yes, it is confusing if one doesn't understand the following logic. First of all, the Hindu religion recognizes the diversity of the human mind and the potential for a different level of spiritual development in each individual. The religion does not shove everyone into the pigeonhole of a single creed. The Hindu scriptures declare, Akashad pathitham thoyam yatha gachati sagaram, sarva deva namaskaraha keshavam pratigachati. This means just as the rainwater that falls from the sky eventually reaches the ocean, so does all the worship offered to him, that is God, Brahman, by whatever name you wish to call him or whatever form you like. Everything ultimately goes to the one and only ultimate, infinite, supreme reality. Secondly, being the creator of innumerable forms in this universe, the Supreme Being is able to assume any form to please his devotees. Furthermore, the Supreme Being cannot be said to have only one particular form or name, as that would imply putting limitations on his infinite power. That is why the Hindus worship various names and forms of the Supreme Reality. No name or form is considered superior or inferior to others, because all of them are various manifestations of one Supreme Being. When a devotee chooses to worship one form or one image of the Supreme Being, the chosen deity is called Ishdev or Ishdevata. This personal Ishdev becomes the object of the devotee's love and adoration and satisfies his spiritual longing. There is another thing about the Hindu philosophy of image worship. When an idol of a deity is carved and packed, shipped and unpacked, and kept inside a temple, it is still not ready for worship. Worship starts when a ritual is performed to invoke the physical presence of the deity into the stone image. This ritual is called pran pratishtha, which literally means making the image a sacred medium to help devotees offer their devotion to God.